As I promised, here's my bag of goodies. PCBs in here are well in excess of a few £1,000s. Yeah, and they're in a carrier bag. Yeah, I know, it's not great. Let's see what the first one is. They're all tightly packed in here as well. Right. So the first one is it's Dodonpachi. I call it Daiyuju. So it's a very, very, very good shoot 'em up. Crazy to play, but very hard. Usual cave fare where you've got bullet hell to an extreme. But what a game. Actually a pinnacle of the Dodonpachi series in my opinion. Okay. So yes, I've taken a few more out. The bag of goodies. The next one is this one. This one is Nebulous Ray by Namco. And that chip there is like stacked like that. It's prone to breaking, I think. Yeah, good shoot 'em up, sort of very modern. Being Namco, there's lots of custom hardware, lots of scaling, rotation, effects. Yeah, it's solid vertical shooter. I like it. It's done on the NB1 Namco system. As I say, very, very solid shoot 'em up. Obviously goes for a pretty penny as well. Next one. Next one is a horizontal shooter by Konami called Zexx. And this is actually conversion from an English one to a Japanese one. As you can see there, they're the Japanese ROMs, because the Japanese version is different and plays, in my opinion, a lot better than the English one. They changed the gameplay, much to its detriment. As you can see on this one, the sound section has been replaced there, look, because those capacitors are very, very prone to failing. And this one works beautifully, and I've had the sound section redone, so I know that it's future proofed as well. Yeah, it's a solid horizontal shooter, XX. I actually played it when it was out in the arcades, and I always wondered if I'd ever manage to get hold of it. So next one. Right, next one is a personal fave. It's Dodonpachi by Atlus. As you can see, it's got the Atlus silkscreen on the PCB. It's just an absolutely beautiful shoot 'em up. Chaos, explosions, bullets, you name it. It's just a great game, and I'm so glad to own this PCB. And I actually managed to get it way before it went skyrocket with price. So I'm very, very pleased. Very, very top tier game, really. Next one. Now it's time for probably one of Cave's best vertical shoot 'em ups. This is Ketsui. Just an incredible game. I managed to get this, yeah, for an incredible price. I know it's worth an absolute fortune these days. Ketsui is just like Donpachi. It's just explosions, bullet hell. It's just absolutely fantastic. Overhead shooter, vertical shooter, whatever you want to call them. It is a great game. This obviously is very popular cave design of board. They use this system a lot with their vertical shooters, and obviously Ketsui still very sought after to this day. Next one, I told you it's a big bag, and this one is Toplan's last sort of game before they became Cave. before they became Atlas, so to speak. This one is Batsugun, and it's just a precursor to all the Donpachi series, and it's just a very, very, very good vertical shoot 'em up. Yeah, it goes for a pretty penny these days. This, once again, is probably in excess of £1,000, but it's a great vertical shoot 'em up. It's an original board, as you can see, very similar to other ones from that era for Toplan. Right, I've got one more Toplan. Right, this is the last one out of the bag of goodies. This one is Truxton 2 or Tatsujin 2. Yeah, just sequel to a very, very popular shooter in the late 80s. This one is a bit different. But it's a really good game. Very, very large sprites and ships. Fantastic. Very, very, very good overhead Toplan shooter. Very solid. You can see it's an original board. Yet again, they're all original. That ship at the front can be, as you can see, lots of pins there that could easily break. I know I've seen several break on those, but you have to be careful. Well, that's the bag of goodies. Thank you. And the next one is the predecessor to Donpachi, and that's Donpachi. It's not got the Atlas silk screen, which devalues it a bit, but I like Donpachi. I think it's a great game. Similar to Dodon, a bit simpler in gameplay, but just a blast to play. Explosions galore, bonuses, enemies. Oh, it's just great. I just love the Donpachi, the early Donpachi series. I don't like the modern ones. I think it just got far too convoluted for my liking.